It's vegan recipes with Pat and Emily.
Thanks for stopping by. Today on It's Vegan, I'm going to show you how to make avocado toast. So the first thing you're going to do is gather your ingredients. At its most basic, you're going to gather your bread, avocados, make sure that they are ripe, and a good way to test them is just at the top, just gently press in. If it gives a tiny bit, then chances are that's a good ripe avocado. And also the skin will be dark. The lime, I like to add lime, that's going to be optional. Some salt, and if you can have fresh ground pepper, that's going to be really awesome. What I have here is cranberry bread. It's cranberry breakfast bread, rye bread with seeds, and I had a roll that was drying out a little bit. So since we are going to be toasting these before we put on the avocado, even though the bread's dry, it will work out just perfectly well. Before we start on the avocado, some other things that you may want, they're optional, but you may want to do a drizzle of olive oil. You possibly may want some balsamic reduction. You may like to have a little bit of sriracha or hickory smoked salt. It adds a very nice flavor. I have some stewed tomatoes. You could use fresh. Again, there are some other options. Some crushed red pepper, some onion here. I do chop this and soak it to try to get away the really pungent taste, but to keep the nice onion flavor. You don't really even have to take the sticker off because we're not eating the skin. And to cut the avocado, you're going to just run your knife around it. You know there's a big pit in there, and then twist it. Whatever side has the pit, just hit it and twist it with your knife. Here, I'll show you that again. It's just so simple. Now, since I am mashing this, I'm just going to put a few cuts down the center, and then with a spoon, it'll just scoop right out. This is just like a perfectly ripe one. I don't even have to put a few cuts in it. You can see how easy this process is. Put your spoon in there and go around. And there you have it. You can see it's all cleaned out. From this point on, the recipe is going to come together pretty quickly. So I've got my bread. I'm going to toast mine in a Ninja toaster, but you of course can grill it or toast it however you would like. You can put it in a traditional toaster. While the bread's toasting, I'm going to mash up the avocado because this is perfectly ripe. I'm going to show you, you could just put slices on a piece of bread as well. But the rest of this, I'm going to mash up. When I'm eating something, I don't want it falling totally apart. First, I'll just put a couple slices in it. The other thing that I'm doing is I like lime on mine. So I have a lime here. You could use lemon, and some people just don't use any. But I want a little bit of zest first. So I'm going to use a little grater here and just get a tiny bit of that lime zest. Just really makes that flavor pop. It enhances it. Next thing that I'm going to do is slice my lime in half. I'm only using half of it for this. I don't want too much of a lime flavor. So I'm squeezing a little bit of the lime juice on it. This will also help prevent the avocado from turning brown. So I'm only using, and I didn't squeeze it out really well. I just wanted to get some lime juice on there. These are the ones I'm not mashing. You don't want it really mushed up. I still want some lumps and texture. So don't overdo it. If you overdo it, you're going to end up with guacamole. You can see there's some chunks in there still. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to add my pepper, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt. The hickory salt, I'll just do a light sprinkling on the top. This, just stir it up gently, and it's ready for the toast as soon as that comes out. The toast is ready, so I am going to show you how to put this together. If we're just going to use the slices, just kind of push them down a little bit. And then I'm going to season these ones with everything bagel seasoning. I'm also going to put a little bit of onion on top of this to make that look pretty. And if you're going as plain as just slices, I think you should add a tiny bit of oil, but I want to show you how little amount of oil you would need. So this is 1/8 of a teaspoon, and it actually will enhance that flavor as well. And I might not have enough avocado for all of this toast. I just wanted to show you a variety of toasts. but I would like there to be a nice generous serving of avocado on top. Move over to this cranberry breakfast bread. And we've got this nice and chunky but still creamy. Do the rye bread. It's really one of my favorite breads. So as you can see, 3 avocados does about 4 pieces of toast. This one will just be a half, or you could have powdered up. Now here's other ways that I would season these. I would definitely put a little bit of a few pepper flakes on it. I really like stewed tomatoes. I'm going to use a fork to take them out so I'm not getting too much juice. Doesn't that look yum? Now this one just on the plain white bread, I'm putting that smoked salt on top and I'm going to put some of that balsamic reduction on it. You know, that balsamic reduction would taste really nice on this one. And it looks like some of that balsamic got over there, but it won't matter. Those are some ways. This would be very plain. If it's the very plain one, again, I would add just a tiny bit of olive oil to enhance that flavor a little bit. And I think you're going to be surprised what that olive oil can do, even though it's just a very, very small amount. I didn't use the sriracha yet, but you could certainly drizzle a couple dots of sriracha even on this one. It's something to have fun with. Now I'm going to plate it. You can hear that crunch of the toast. I'm cutting them just to make them a little bit easier to eat. Now I'm going to plate it. And I'm garnishing with a few slices of orange. There you have it. You're ready for a nice little brunch. Hey Isaac, you got home from church just in time to help me with the taste test.
Oh, that's awesome.
So which one do you want to try?
I'm going to try this one first.
That's with the everything bagel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're just going to try one on camera. I'm going to do the one with the stewed tomato. I like it too.
This one almost tastes like guacamole.
They do taste like guacamole. Well, thanks for joining us this week. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week with another exciting, great vegan recipe.